urbanmultitracks.com.
Blessings and greetings and blessings and greetings. It's your girl D, looking rough today, doing some housework before I get back on the road. But I had a question come in today, and it said, "Why does women cheat with men that treats them like doo doo? Once they get into the relationship?" And that is something that is hard to answer in just one. One is it's a two-part question. Why does women cheat? There's tons of reasons why women cheat. Women cheat because sometimes they're not getting the things that they need from the man that they're with at the time, and here comes this guy that knows how to cater to what it is. He can feel those energies or those orals pouring off of her. He knows that she needs somebody to compliment her. He knows that she needs somebody to squeeze and hug her body. He knows that she wanted rough tonight. You have so many reasons. Another reason is sometimes women cheat because that relationship that they're in, they're not getting the satisfaction that they got out of the last relationship, whether it was words or whether it was just little things that he did, and she's looking for that same reenactment from the person that she's with. And instead of her sitting down and telling that person who she's with currently what she is lacking or what she is needing, if he's able to be an open and honest person and have an ear so he can hear and understand and she can articulate herself, then those things can be avoided. You can't expect for everybody to be the same. You can't expect for people to know right off, what you need sexually or what you need emotional wise, or what you need as far as keeping her feeling secure. If you're not for sure, you're not one of those type of people that it can read into a person's, behavior. Because most of the time, women, we don't just run out and just have an affair just because we want to have an affair. Most of the time, it's signals, and that's men too. Most of the time, we give off signals that we are lacking something. It is up to the other partner to see that area that they are moping in and have some kind of compassion in their heart to say, what's wrong? And if that other person is really wanting for that other person to understand, it's a fly out here, but it's nature, what can I say? Then that person should be able to read that other person's body language or their voice tone or just the way that they're acting, and be able to pull them to the side and say, what's going on with you? What's up? I noticed that you kind of been acting down lately or something. But what happens is you cry out for help, but some people don't open their mouths, or they have the kind of mate that does not listen when they do open their mouths. So there becomes a communication gap, and all it takes is for the next man to come in and to see that gap that's in there, and and start catering to it until he wears her down, or until she wears him down to the point that the affair takes place. Now, I'm really going through this real quick, y'all, because I got housework to do, but I wanted to take time out. You have to, in a family, you have to make sure that communication is wide open. And when I say wide open, I mean so far open that if your ass stink, he can be like, woo, did your ass take a shower today? You don't let stuff build up in your heart and you carry that burden around. If you need to tell somebody something, then that is the perfect opportunity. Don't wait 3, 4, 5 months down the road and your heart is broken and y'all, done stop doing your hair. Well, I was gonna do my hair today, but I'm in there clean, y'all. But and you stop wanting to get out of the bed, and she laying around all day. And when you ask her something, she's baby, what do you da. And she's just so pitiful. And the guys are the same way. He just running around with like a chicken with his head cut off, and he trying to do everything he can to please her, and she just still just moping and well, she's grouchy. You ask the question, what you want? What? Well, then get your own goddamn water. Just shit like that. When you start seeing that in the relationship and that is not usual for you all, that's when you all need to, kind of step back and try to figure out what's going on. even if that means being honest with somebody. And that's the problem. We have a limit on how honest we want to be with our mate. If y'all, laying and playing whatever, and somebody didn't get whatever they needed out of whatever it was y'all was doing, that's you. It's okay to be like, you know what, we need to do it again, or wait later on and come back in and sneak you one something. But you never let it build up to the point that you have to go seek something somewhere else. And that's where we all, sometimes I even talk to guys too, and they'll be like, well, I tried to tell her, I tried to, I be playing with her and trying to get her, to lighten up some, and she just won't get. That is somebody that likes to hold stuff because they like the feeling of the attention of making other people jump through hoops and do headstands and do the magnificent and jump up in the air and fly because you want them to go all out and overboard, when all you have to do is simply release that stuff. Now, the problem with us is we don't know how to release. We don't know how to release anger, guilt, the fantasy world, what the guy before him did, what the guy down the street promised he was going to do, and the same thing for the men too. We don't know how to release. If the relationship is over, the relationship is over. You don't need to hold no memories of what it was like and where y'all went to the park and y'all remember when we did it under the tree. You don't need to remember none of that about people of your past, because what you'll do is you'll bring that into the next relationship, and in that relationship you'll be trying to get him to do what Johnny did, and he's not Johnny, so that's not gonna work. If there is something that you are with, if there is something that you want to speak to your mate about, and they are hard to comprehend, or they are hard to talk to, because we all have ran into those brothers or even them sisters that when you try to tell them something about you that is concerning you, that you want y'all to work on together, all of a sudden they get mad and have a temper tantrum. They ain't trying to hear that shit right now. The day you wait to find time to come and tell me something. Those people are the kind that are just not ready. They are emotionally distressed people. They don't take stress of emotions very well. And when you start putting pressure on them, you can tell, because you can say, I don't like it when you da-da-da-da-da, and they just fly all off the handle. Those people can't handle emotions. They want to be able to sit there and to listen and to comprehend and to work on or work towards what it is that makes you happy, because they want to be with you. But because of some emotional trauma, something from their past, they are not able to do that. They are not able to let that go so that they can open their hearts or open their minds to receive criticism, corrective criticism, or anything like that. Those people are the type that are so emotionally boggled inside that they don't know that you can release those things and not have to be ashamed of whatever it is that you need to let go of. Sally is not like Susie, is not like Suzette, is not like Tanya, is not like Tammy, is not like Wanda, is not like nobody is the same. People might have the same similarities about themselves, but their minds and their mindsets and their emotional bondages and all that good stuff, everything is going to be different on everybody, so you can't treat everybody the same. One thing that I've heard a whole lot of is, sometimes you'll hear broken men and they'll say, oh, you're just like the last girl, or you're just like Tina. Tina tried to do that to me too. I got her, and she tried to run game, and you be thinking like, I asked you for one thing and all of that led up to this. Those are the people that carry the bondages. Those are the people that carry the heavy weights and the heavy loads. Those people need some kind of release. And the best way to release something is to let it go. Accept your part in it. Accept where you were the victim. Accept where you were the villain. And once you can do those one or two things, then you can release that and let that go. You don't have to drag that around. The other part is the toys. A lot of the times, and I'm not saying I'm not going to say if it's wrong or if it's right. I'm going to let everybody come to their own conclusion on that, but I am going to voice my opinion. Most of the time women need bravaders and little toys, even when they are in a relationship, is because she is still trying to satisfy herself. She's not satisfied with who she's with. She's still trying to either create who she used to be with that gave her such a big orgasm, or she is trying to satisfy herself because the guy that she's with is not taking the time out to get to know her body, to get to know his own body, to get in tune so it can be in rhythm. And the third reason why she needs a dildo is because she's just so hot and horny, and she's by herself, and she trusts the toy and being with herself more than she trusts giving herself to some of these guys out here that don't have her interest in heart. So it's like, that's like a 3-part question, you know, and you get 3 different answers out of that. I might have missed one, but if I did, I'm pretty sure somebody will be a smart ass and try to correct it. But those are the highlights of today. You know, in any relationship, it doesn't matter. Friendship, relationship, business partnership, there must be integrity at all times. Without integrity, there will be no trust. Without no trust, there will be no love. You can love somebody, but you cannot like that mug. You know how I'm talking about. You know, you be like, boy, I love him, but I swear I can't be around this joker all day. He just get on my nerves. I can't trust him. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to put yourself out there where your word is nothing. You know, when you say something, everybody like, oh well. Yeah, well, you know what she said. You heard what she said, right? Well, you know the last time she said something like that, the nigga was lying. So, see, you never want your word to be passed around as if your word is never true. And that's a bad image of yourself. Integrity is a must in business, in my hair look crazy. In business, in partnerships, in relationships, all of that. It has to be some kind of loyalty. You know, if I had a business partner, and that's why the reason why I don't go outside of me and my old man, because you can't find people that are loyal, and you can't find people that have integrity about themselves. They always want to dip a corner and turn and hide behind a bush and do half of a job, and you know, want to get paid the same amount or even better than you, because you know your actions speak louder than your words, but then your words just can't be a bunch of baby babble either. You know, where you say something and nobody don't even trust what you say. They can't even trust you no farther than they can see you. Matter of fact, when you come in the room, they gotta hide the pocketbook because they know if you tell a lie, you'll also cheat and steal. So you know, it's just so many things, so many. But I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope that covered a lot of the why. I know most of you all know the answer to the why. You just don't want to let like I call it, let that baggage go so that you can live freely. If the brothers let their bags go and the sisters let their bags go, y'all can get together and do some things and have a beautiful future, have a beautiful destiny. But due to the fact that we won't let the baggages go, we won't let what Tim did to us when we was with him, and you look like you might do the same thing, so I'm gonna get at you before you get at me type of relationship mentality. That's not gonna make it. None of us are gonna make it if we don't get together. There is no way in the world I will hook up 2 people and I know that they're not mentally stable enough or mentally mature enough to handle situations, because in relationships, in marriages, in business partnerships, things are going to happen, and it's not going to be always great and rolling around in a bed full of money. Sometimes it's going to be stuff that you have no control over because somebody else got their hand on the button, and you're just going to have to suffer through it with that person. But if you guys can talk, and if you guys can communicate, and if you guys can cuddle up when it gets hard, you know, and be happy with a peanut butter sandwich, then you can do something. Then you can survive together. You can make it. But if anything gets rough and that one person wants to talk and the other person don't want to talk, and one person wants to do this and the other person wants to do that, and y'all pulling left and right and left against each other, nothing is going to happen good. it's not going to have a good outcome. It's going to wind up splitting that unit apart, whether it be a business partner or it be a husband and wife team or girlfriend boyfriend team. It could be a sister and brother team, you know, because it's a lot of sisters and brothers that get in together and go do stuff, you know, and try to start businesses. But if y'all don't have an open and honest relationship where y'all can go to each other for any kind of turmoil before it starts getting real hot and heated and to the point where one ain't talking to the other, that's how you know you have a immature mind when it comes to settling things. You like to run from it. You don't like to stick in there and make it work. Alright, well, I got to get back to my kitchen. I was cleaning my cabinets. I love you all dearly. It is a gorgeous day outside. I hope you all are enjoying your Tuesday. I'm your girl D. Peace.